Thank you, and thank you for holding this hearing, and thank you for being here. You know, I got to Washington. I'm from New Jersey, and we're one big transportation hub. I got to Washington 10 years ago, and I was all excited because everybody had this reputation for the metro system. I went out and got my card so I could use the metro system here. But ever since I got here, the reputation and the efficiency of this metro system has just gotten worse and worse and worse. And it really is a shame because this is the nation's capital. And at a time in America when people are moving into the cities, at a time when you look at Washington, I'm not going to give you a certificate, at a time when you look around Washington and they're all cranes, people are moving into the city and you get, 17 million people coming to the city. This city is choking in its traffic. And yet we have this system that was a gem. Now we have less ridership than before. So the city, it impacts everything around the city. The economy of the city, the people coming to work in the city. We face similar problems in New Jersey going into New York and so forth. But I think this really has to be turned around, or this city is going to stand still. The only people that will be able to move around here are the people cutting you off with the bicycles. And quite frankly, people deserve better. You know, people deserve a safe system. And as I looked, Mr. Whitterfield, I don't want America to get the wrong impression because of this hearing and everything that's going on here. But I see that you have action items. The FDA says 700, you say 462 or 52, whatever. Can you tell me what's good about the system, what's left in the system that is good, that we can work with and tell America, look, this is a system that we can fix. I want you to come to Washington, D.C. I want you to use the system. I want you to get off the road. We need to get people back in the system so the city can move around a little bit better. What's left that's good?
If I may, we do move 1.3 million passengers a day. So the system does perform very well for the vast majority of people every day. When it has a problem, it has a problem. There's no doubt about it. It gets back to the two-track system that I mentioned earlier. So whenever we have an issue, it impacts everyone very quickly on the line. But that system does perform very well. And when you look at other systems, you know, they all have issues. I went to school in New Jersey. I was, worked up there for a number of years. I know some of the issues they've had. They continue to have. They have major challenges in front of them. San Francisco is facing very significant issues. Atlanta is facing issues. We all have these issues that, it's a very large infrastructure investment. But day to day, this system works very well.
And also, the concern is that people in America are moving back into the cities. So if we don't have a system that is safe, I think we're headed for trouble, and I know we have a responsibility. We have a responsibility to make sure that there's enough funding there for the infrastructure, there's enough funding for the safety part of it, and quite frankly, I just want America to know that, Washington, you can still come, and you can still use the system, and we're going to fix it.
You can. I was with a couple in from Colorado the other day, and they didn't know who I was, and they got talking about the Metro, and they had a great experience. So, I mean, it does, I think that's more common than we think.
I want to thank you for being here and talking about the system. Thank you very much to the panel.
Thank you, and I now recognize